Hi everybody, welcome to another YDFLive show. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of Your Digital Formula, a program to help you with your passion to profit using the power of Facebook. I'm testing out a new tagline, so I just want to see if that's going to work. We're just going to test out new taglines for the program. So that is the first one I'm going to be testing. That kind of didn't go the way I planned, but there you go. Today is Q&A day today, so if you've got any questions at all about online business, about blogging, about social media, about my business, how it works, just anything at all, just ask down below in the comments field and we'll get to all the questions as soon as possible. This is probably going to last for about 30 minutes, no longer than 30, well, about 25 minutes, because I'm a wee bit later than normal. So if you've got any questions whatsoever about starting or growing an online business, then let me know in the comments down below. Right, we've got a few questions just now, so we're just going to get right into it just now. So we've got a question from Maria. What's the best way to repurpose older, good and evergreen blogs over 1 year old to make them new again on my site? That's a really good question. So blogging is going to be an integral part of growing your online business. I think everybody should have a blog, so part of the platform should be Facebook and the blog as well. And if they want to set up a YouTube channel, Instagram as well, that should be part of their kind of platform. So I would say to repurpose old content is look at the old content that you've got and just rewrite it. So you've got the same topic in mind, but if you think about how much you've grown in 1 year and how many more new ideas you've had and how kind of spiritually you've grown, how energetically you've grown, how more business minded you've grown as well, you've probably got a lot more information on that particular topic that you first wrote about a year ago that you could update it and expand it. So I would start a brand new blog post, not with the same title, totally different title, but still captures the essence of the original article, and then write a new article based on the kind of older article. So if you've got 5 ways to make it big on Facebook, for example, Facebook has changed so much in a year. So you could repurpose that content and write a new updated post with a new headline and with 5 new different points to grow your Facebook page, for example. So I think that's a really good question, actually, and a lot of people don't use their old blog posts as much as they should because you can repurpose it. And what you can do with blog posts as well, repurpose it in a different way. So you could do a Facebook Live on your old content as well. So you could talk about a topic that you've written about already in your blog post, and you could use the bullet points from that blog post and use it as a Facebook Live. So you're kind of repurposing it into new content, and you could upload that to YouTube. You could kind of split it in half or split it into separate pieces, upload it onto Instagram as well, and that's repurposing it. And you could even make an ebook out of it as well, and even an email series. So there's loads of ways to do it, but the simplest way is to rewrite the old post and then maybe do a live on it as well, and that's repurposing it, and you're still giving great information. And not necessarily everybody is going to have read your blog post from a year ago, so it's still good content to them as well. So that's how I'd use that one, Maria. So I hope that helps you. So there's lots of different things you can do with your old content. A few more people coming in just now. We've got Tina Farrar, a member of the YDF tribe. Welcome to you. Joanna Gray, good morning all. I'm at work, so I'll have to check back later. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a good day at work, Joanne. I've got a few. Ellen Levy-Welch. Hi, Dr. Steve. Thanks for that. So we've got a few more people in. So if you've got any questions at all with regards to kind of business online, just ask down below and we'll get to these questions. Now, a question I've been getting quite a lot over the last kind of couple of days is myself and Maria Flynn have got a webinar coming up. It's a live training session coming up on Wednesday, the 1st of February. And people are asking kind of when it's going to start, what time it's going to start, and how's it going to go. So basically you sign up for the live training and you're going to get an email out telling you the exact details of when this is going to start. And we're using a program called Webinar Jam. So we'll get everybody into Webinar Jam, and that's where you can kind of chat and you'll be able to see myself and Maria on screen as well. So that's happening on Wednesday, the 1st of February. And it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 7 p.m. GMT time, or 11 a.m. PST time. Because a lot of people although all the details are out there, a lot of people are still asking about that. So that's going to be a brilliant kind of live training, and that's going to kick off the YDF monthly live training as well. And that's kind of a flagship program, one of our flagship programs for YDF as well. So that's going to be a good one. So a lot of people have been asking about that. Also, blogging in general, a lot of people are asking, should you actually have a blog? Everybody should have a blog, I think. Now, a blog is just kind of, basically it's a website. So blog, website, you can use it interchangeably. And basically a blog is just kind of updated content all the time. That's really the difference between a blog and a website. It's just, but the more kind of or less the same. And a lot of people are saying, okay, should I have a blog in the first place? Definitely, you should have a blog with regards to your business, because what you're going to do is you're going to drive people from Facebook, for example, or from YouTube or from Instagram, drive people over to your blog, and you can get sign-ups there as well. You can get sign-ups directly from your blog. So you're going to grow your email subscriber list as well. Plus, you're going to give great content. You're going to get brilliant content out there. And if somebody likes a particular topic, so say for example, I was wanting to talk about Facebook Live. So, and I know a lot of people are interested in that particular topic, and a lot of people go over to see the blog post. I know there's, say, 1,000 people visit that particular blog post. I can then retarget those 1,000 people that visited the blog post and stayed more than 2 minutes to read the blog post, that they might be interested in the brilliant Facebook Live system, which myself and Maria, again, we've got out a program called the Brilliant Facebook Live System, and it teaches you all about kind of Facebook Live. So I would retarget them on Facebook to say, have you seen this program, the Brilliant Facebook Live System? Check it out over here, and send them over to the landing page, because you've already warmed up the audience. That's why blogs are so important, because you can write about a particular topic and then retarget the people that visited that topic on Facebook, for example, and send them over to a landing page, or if you've got a free sign up specifically for that, you can do that as well with your blog as well. And I think sending people over to a blog post is much, much easier than sending people to a direct landing page, and it's much cheaper as well, because you're going to get more engagement that way as well if you send them over to a blog post rather than just a kind of landing page. And use the power of your blog to start building up your email subscriber list, and because you know exactly who's interested in what particular topic. And that's a kind of thing we're doing just now over at YDF as well. We're kind of targeting people that have liked a particular post and then sending them over to a sales page for a product on that particular topic. So I hope that helps. Maria, looking back, blogging was important and essential to really practicing my voice and message, and reply to others asking questions about it. I think it helped build confidence. And I think that's what it is. When you start blogging as well, when you start writing about your topic, whatever niche you're interested in, you start writing about it. Because you love it so much, you start researching it, and you start to build up on the knowledge that you already have. So what you're doing is you're gaining knowledge from your blog as well, because you're writing about a certain topic. Now, probably not a lot of people can sit down and just write a blog post off the top of their head because of all the knowledge. They probably have to do a wee bit of research on that. So it might be, if I'm writing about Facebook Live, I would need to go and research what's the latest thing that Facebook have come out with, and research the kind of topic and give links back to that as well. So you start to build up your own knowledge when you're blogging as well. That's why blogging is so good. If you've got a blog, and if you're deeply passionate about something, you learn more and more and more. And because you're learning more all the time and you're gaining more knowledge all the time, you are becoming an expert in that topic. Now, when I say an expert, if you think of an expert as somebody that knows a lot more than you do, and that's how I'd be a very loose definition of expert. So most people think of an expert as somebody who spent 20 years doing something, they know all about it, they've done the training for it. But in the online world, it's totally different. An online expert, you could become an online expert in Facebook ads, for example, because you could learn a load of stuff about Facebook ads in 6 months. If you dedicate that 6 months to learn about Facebook ads, you probably know more than 99% of the population out there thereby you become an expert. So you don't have to spend 20 years on a topic or a particular niche to be an expert. Online experts totally different. And that's what your blogging helps you with. It helps you become that expert. It helps you become that go-to person. And that's why blogging is so important. We've got a module on YDF kind of teaching that as well, which is good. Leanne Marie, what's the best platform for a blog and cheapest and free? WordPress.org. WordPress you'll be able to install. If you get, basically to get a blog, you need a domain name and you need a hosting package. And if you go with a hosting package from Bluehost, for example, or a dedicated WordPress hosting package like from WP Engine or Web Synthesis, they've got dedicated platforms just for hosting WordPress sites. And they're really good, actually. It's worth paying out the extra for that. And I was going to mention kind of GoDaddy, but I had a kind of conversation with somebody the other day about GoDaddy, which kind of put me off a wee bit. But you can get a hosting package, and within the hosting package you can just click on, it's a one-click install of a WordPress site, and then all you need after that is pick a design for it. And in WordPress we talk about themes, and a theme is basically the whole design of the WordPress blog itself. So you can get a theme from themeforest.net. I'll put a link down below for it, and you pick a theme from ThemeForest. I'm just wondering if I can go over here just now. In fact, I will. I'll go over here just now, and we will kind of look at ThemeForest. ThemeForest.net. If I could spell forest right. ThemeForest.net. Hopefully you can see this just now. And this is a brilliant site because it's got loads of different themes on it for WordPress, and all you're doing is buying them and installing them. So just click on bestsellers in the magazine kind of design layout. So we'll look at one, Simple Mag, Smart Mag. So you can have a preview of them. So we'll click on this for a live preview, and you'll be able to see the kind of things you can buy as a WordPress theme. So this might be a theme that you like for your particular blog, and it gives you all different kind of options. Features, demo homepage, so that'll be the homepage. Full width, no sidebar, so it kind of changes, only grids. And all of these, most of the WordPress themes out there, they're all responsive, which means they all work on mobile. So if I went to kind of bring this right down, if I brought this right down, you would see kind of what it looked on a mobile. I'll go out to that just now. You'll see what it looks on a mobile. I can't show that just now because it's got my calendar, and I don't want to show you much of my calendar. But they're all responsive, and they can be worked on mobiles as well. So that's how you pick a design for it. So you need a domain name, hosting. The hosting company will install WordPress for you with a one-click button, and that's it, really. And it's really easy to set up, and the WordPress files themselves, WordPress platform is actually free itself. So I'm just going to click back over to me. And that's it for the moment. You don't need to know anything else about kind of WordPress. You just need to kind of get it installed and then start to work on the configuration of your theme that you choose. So I hope that helps, Leanne. Tiffany Reed, Stephen, I tried to sign up for YDF monthly training. Do I need a PayPal account, or can I use a credit card? I really want to be part of the next training. You can use a credit card as via PayPal, but we can have a link as well where you can use your credit card directly, but you should be able to use your credit card with that, Tiffany. So I'll get the link for you as well, so you can sign up for that as well, either via PayPal or with Stripe, which means you can use your credit card for that. So I'll get that sorted for you at the end of this call. So I do apologise you're having any kind of trouble signing up. You shouldn't have to have a PayPal account. You should be able to do it with credit card. So we'll get you sorted out there. Question from Angela Valelli. Should we use the same image posts on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram on the same day, or change it so they're different each post? You could use the same post. Obviously they've got different sizes, etc. So like if you're going to do a landscape post for kind of Facebook, it's obviously not going to work on Instagram because they do kind of square images. YouTube might be different as well, because obviously it's videos on YouTube. So I would mix them up, and that's what I would do. So people are not who have subscribed to your YouTube account, your Instagram account, and your Facebook account. They're not seeing all the same things on the same day every day. So I would change it up, to be honest. I'd have a kind of list for Instagram, a list for YouTube, and I know YouTube is all about videos, but it might be Twitter, for example, that you're talking about, and just to kind of mix them up so people are not seeing the same thing every day on all your different social media accounts. So I hope that helps, Angela. Gagandeep Core, is that correct? I want to write technology-based blogs. Where should I start? Start with installing a WordPress blog, and then start to think about the topic that you want to write about. So when you say technology, that's a huge kind of field that you're talking about. Technology could cover just phones, for example. Could cover the Galaxy, it could cover the iPhone, it could cover all the other phones, the Google phone, for example. So if it's just about phones, start a WordPress blog about phones. So you need to get your domain name, your hosting, the WordPress installed, get the theme up installed from themeforest.net as well. There's others out there as well that do kind of design themes. Copyblogger have WooCommerce have kind of WordPress themes as well. And what's the other one? I can't remember. But there's loads of them out there. ThemeForest is really good. I like it, and I've used it for all my blogs. And we've got 3 blogs on the go at the moment. But decide on the topic that you want to write about. The one that you're most passionate about. Because if you're more passionate about something, then you're going to write more about it, and you're going to gain knowledge in that field as well. So I'll pick something that you're really passionate about, kind of make it as specific as possible, and do it that way. Unless, for example, you want to cover the whole of technology. If you've got a lot of knowledge on the whole of technology, or you can get guest bloggers in to write about it, then just do one. It's all about technology, and it could be one about phones, one about the Mac, one about the PC, there's loads of different areas in kind of technology you could write about. But just get a WordPress blog set up and running. Pick a domain name, get a WordPress blog set up, get the theme designed, and then start writing about your technology topics. So I hope that helps. And Louise Crescent Crow, I'm using GoDaddy for building a website. It's great and easy to use. Don't think it's necessary for a blog though. I use WordPress for my blog, and I was a novice. It was completely user-friendly, no cost except domain name. Yeah, so you might be using WordPress.com. WordPress.com is different altogether. So that's not self-hosted, that is a hosted solution. So there's 2 different types of WordPress blogs, and a lot of people get confused with this. There's a hosted solution and a self-hosted solution. So the hosted solution is whereby WordPress will host the blog for you, and it'll be, to start with, it'll be something, so it might be louise.wordpress.com, and you pick a domain name and you can map it to your domain name. So you've just paid for the domain name. But there's a lot of limitations with the WordPress.com platform. It used to be, I don't know if it's the case now, but you couldn't advertise, you couldn't use Google AdSense on WordPress.com. I think that's changed now, but there's a lot of limitations. I would always go for a self-hosted blog, because what's going to happen with the WordPress.com blog is going to grow and grow and grow and grow, and then you want to change it over to a self-hosted kind of package where you've got much more control over what you do with that WordPress blog, and it's going to be harder to move over. Although you can make the transition, it's going to be harder because you've already got all the kind of SEO juice and stuff like that as well. There's the technicalities of it to change over is going to be a wee bit more difficult. So I would always go for a self-hosted solution. So that would be the domain name, the hosting package, install WordPress, get a theme installed, reconfigure it to your design, whatever you want to do it in, and that is the self-hosted way. The hosted package, it is much easier to set up, but if you're thinking about growing and you're thinking about the bigger picture, always go with a self-hosted one. So I hope that helps, Louise, and thanks for your comment. Darlene Dawn, a comment. I've paid for both sites and have also had trouble with GoDaddy, and in the past I've had better communication with Bluehost, right now paying for both. Yeah, there's a lot of people, there's a couple of people come, I had a conversation the other day with somebody about the major kind of problems with GoDaddy. But obviously I have no experience with that. I've used GoDaddy in the past, it's never been a big issue, but I've never used it for a lot of hosting. Just very small sites I've hosted them with in the past, and I've never had any issues, but a lot of people have. And you're always going to get people saying, no, you shouldn't use GoDaddy, you should use this one, or you shouldn't use Bluehost, you should use this one, or Heart Internet is the one I use, you shouldn't use that for whatever reason. Everybody's going to have their own kind of horror stories about different kind of hosts. But my opinion, if you're thinking about the bigger picture, use a dedicated host for WordPress. I'll definitely do that. If you can afford it, I think it's going to be worth the money in the long run. And WP Engine is meant to be a really, really good one. Web Synthesis is the one I use for the big blog, which gets, I don't know, about 500,000 visitors a month. So I use it for that. Never really had any issues with them. If I have, if the site has gone down, for example, it's usually they respond back to me within about 2 minutes saying, we're on it, we're working on it, and we'll keep you updated. So they've always been brilliant, Web Synthesis. And again, I'll let you know the kind of details of that down below as well. So thanks for that, Darlene. Question from Anna Gabriela Derbez: how to start the online business? Big question. Big question. It depends on what you're thinking about. It depends on what you want to sell. It depends on the knowledge that you have. It depends on the topic that you want to talk about. It depends on the platform you want to use. So there's a lot of different kind of variables there. So to answer that question, it really need to kind of be sitting down and having a big, deeper conversation than just ask how to start an online business. But basically, if we're looking at the very basics and the very core fundamentals, you'd need a platform. Your platform could be your Facebook page, your blog, and your kind of YouTube and your Instagram. That could be your platforms that you use. And then you'd need a kind of email list to start building up your email list. Then you'd need a product, for example. And then you'd need to start thinking about the marketing of it. And the marketing of it can simply be a Facebook Live show. That could be your sole marketing kind of for the product that you want to sell, for example. So it's a big, big question. It's not got enough time to answer it in this live. So, but thanks for that anyway, Anna. I hope you get something out of that. Tina Farrar, who is a YDF member. I'm kind of lost with the computer talk. So the first thing I need to do is get a URL to be able to start a blog. Yes, it's not a URL. I'm not going to go into the technicalities of what a URL is and what it does and the IP address behind it and stuff like that, but it's called a domain name. So try and get used to the computer lingo. A domain name is simply stephenaitchison.co.uk, for example. That is a domain name. So what you would call a URL, but get used to the computer lingo, Tina. So yeah, you need a domain name and you need to go to a domain name registrar. For example, GoDaddy, Bluehost, Heart Internet. There's loads of them kind of out there. So look for the reviews, do your due diligence and look out for the reviews of all the different domain name registrars. So I would start with that first, the very first thing, because once you get going, it'll be easier to get going on to the next step. So I'm not going to say I've said already what the next step is getting hosting. So I would definitely get your domain name, but try and pick a domain registrar that has hosting with it as well. So you don't want to kind of do too many things in the background for it. So you want a domain name registrar who offers hosting as well for your WordPress blog. So just even Google it. Just Google what is a domain name, how do I get a domain name, how do I get hosting, and that's all you need to know at the moment. And then you take the next step, install WordPress. How do I do that with GoDaddy, for example, with Heart Internet, for example. So I hope that helps, Tina. But get used to the logo. You need to get the lingo, not the logo. Get used to the lingo of the kind of computer talk, and you'll start to learn more as you go along. So this time, kind of next week, you'll know what a domain name is. You know kind of how it works. Okay, so I hope that helps, Tina. Chantal Durward, could you please tell me what you think of G Suite, Stephen? What I think of G Suite. Right, I don't know what that is. Tell me what G Suite is. G Suite, am I missing something here? No, I don't know what that is. So if you tell me what G Suite is, and if I don't know about it, obviously, that's not a good sign to start with. Tina Farrar, my computer is kind of low end. Will I need a faster, more memory computer for this? Not necessarily. I don't know what your computer is just now, how many gigahertz it's got, if it's a quad core, if it's a 2-core, how fast it's going to process things, for example. So you possibly could start up with what you have just now, and you don't need for the domain name and buying the domain name and uploading WordPress and stuff like that. It's kind of all done in the back end. It's all done, say, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. So it's all done on another computer in a different part of the world from where you are. And you have the interface on it on your computer. So you can kind of control everything from here, but it's all done on the back end of somewhere else. So it's not your WordPress blog, or your blog is not going to be hosted on your computer memory. It's going to be hosted on a different computer's memory, which is going to be much faster as well. So you'll be able to do it from your computer you've got just now, unless it's like 20 years old or something, then it's going to be a wee bit more difficult. But if you're talking a couple of years old, yeah, it should be fine. Anna Gabrielle is first step for starting the online business. The very first step, think of what your message is. That is the very first step. What message do you want to share with the world? And that is it. That is the first step in starting an online business. Okay, what do you want to share? Or is it a product you've got? Is it a service you've got? So what do you want to share with the world? That would be the very first step, getting that down pat and figuring out exactly what you want to share with the world. And that's really what it's about. And then when you figure that part out, and a lot of people have trouble with that, to be honest, because they don't know what they're passionate about. They don't know what to kind of talk about online. They don't know what product they should sell. They don't know if they should make a product, offer a service, or what they should be doing online. You have to figure out what you're passionate about and what you would like to share with the world. What knowledge do you have that you're really passionate about? Anna is saying, I've signed up for the webinar with you and Maria. Will you tell us there? With the 5 steps, yeah, that'll be part of the process for the 5 steps for turning your passion into profit. So that will be the start of it, figuring out what your message is going to be, or figuring out what product you want to sell, or figuring out what kind of service you want to offer as well. And I would say you have to be passionate about whatever you're going to be offering in the world. If you're not, it'll just kind of die a death after maybe a year or two. Because it's good to make money online. That's really kind of what online business is about. It's good to make money, but it's even better if you're really making a difference to other people's lives in the world. And that's what makes a difference between you getting really motivated and staying motivated for 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, rather than just be about making money and that's it. Because if you're not passionate about it, something's going to die along the way. So I hope that helps. Pam Jan Tomaso, what's the average size number of words that a blog should be? The average size number of words. The longer the better. So between 1,000 and 2,000 words is a good kind of indicator. You can write short blog posts as well. Take you're talking about blog posts. Short blog posts as well, but it's good if you write between 1,000 and 2,000 words and really think about your topic. Now, I don't over on CYT blog. The writing, I don't get as much time to write now, and it's always kind of been shorter posts between 700 and 1,000 words, which you can do in one sitting. You could literally do 700 words within the space of an hour. Very easy to do that. But if you want more kind of Google juice, i.e. SEO, search engine traffic for it, and Facebook has been shown that they will give you more reach if you're sending to a blog post that's got more than 1,000 words. More than 1,000 words. So between 1,000 words to 2,000 words, but you can do shorter ones as well. I've got quiz posts that do extremely well with sending Facebook traffic over to there. So I'll take that as a kind of guideline. I think John Morrow, who's a brilliant blogger from smartblogger.com, he's one of the best bloggers. That really is the best blogger in the world, I'd say. He advocates between 1,000 and 2,000 words as well. I was reading a blog post of his the other day, which is really good. Pam Jan Tomaso, I want to make a difference. Okay, brilliant. So you want to make a difference. Where about? What field? What topic do you want to make a difference in? What do you want to teach people? What knowledge have you got to give people that you want to make a difference in? So it's okay to say, I want to make a difference. Do you want to do that spiritually? Do you want to do it with the knowledge of kind of health that you've got? Do you want to do it with the knowledge of parenting? So there's all different kind of areas of life that you want to make a difference in with people's lives, but bring it down a wee bit, niche it down and say, okay, I want to make a difference because I've got this much knowledge in this particular topic, and I want to teach other people as well. And you can make a huge difference and make a big dent in the world that way as well. Okay, I think we've been on for about 30 minutes just now. So I hope that was useful for you. If it was, give me a few hearts. Let me see a few hearts just now if this was useful for you. I love doing the Friday Q&As because I get to kind of jam between myself and you, and just thinking off the top of my head for things as well, and it's always gone really well. So let me see a few hearts if you enjoyed the topic, and share this video as well. And what I'll do is I'll share all the kind of links I mentioned today. I might do it after the CYT live show because I'm going to get prepared for that just now as well. But I'll get that shared later on for you with regards to the blogging and the kind of monthly live training that we've got going on in the webinar and stuff like that. So it's all good stuff. I can see all the hearts going across there. So thank you very much for today. Right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week I'm not going to be here. But I might try and do a live. We're going to a wee trip, myself and Sharon, my wife. We're doing a trip to Arran, one of the islands in Scotland. Excuse me. So we're going to be doing that. So I might try and do a live from there. But it won't be the usual kind of live. It might be me walking with the hills or on the back of a sheep or something like that. I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. If I can get a good signal, I'll do a live at the normal time. If I can't, I'll see you next Thursday. Or I'll see you on Wednesday if you're joining myself and Maria on the live training that we've got on Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I won't be here, but I'll try and do a live anyway and see what happens. Okay, have a brilliant weekend whatever you're doing, and if I don't see you on the Wednesday, I will see you next Thursday for another YDF live show. Okay, until then, namaste, take care, bye now.